The metaverse is all about the people, not about the platform. So people could
Got you.
talk about Decentraland, Sandbox, Facebook's, Microsoft. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. It's all about who's there, right? People are going to
Right.
be showing up to Facebook and to all of these different, people are on Twitter for the people that are on Twitter. People got on Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces earlier last year because of the people that are utilizing those platforms. So
Right.
wherever the people that you want to connect with are in the metaverse, that's where people will be in the metaverse.
This episode is brought to you by Bird, a Binance Incubator Labs participant. Bird is on the cusp of releasing their most anticipated product yet. Showcased at the Binance Labs Demo Day, it's called the Customized Investor Launchpad Score. Bird harnesses the power of predictive analytics to push the Web3 user experience to new heights. Visit bird.money to learn more about machine learning and ethically mined user data via decentralized oracles and APIs. Link in the description below. If you want to see more videos and interviews like this from influential people in tech, finance, and sports, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell to be alerted. And go a step further and join the YouTube and membership area for early releases of videos like this. I'm out of here. Ha! It's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another Kicking It session. Today I've got my man Token Gamer with me. Man, I met this guy out in Miami last month, and he's like, man, I called in on your show, and I know 10 Pound, that's my boy. I'm like, oh, okay. And now your voice sounds familiar. Token Gamer, what's going on, brother? I gotta make a confession. I thought you
Yeah.
were someone else.
Oh
So
man.
I'm glad I'm catching up with you to talk though, because we had a great conversation while we were in Miami. Tell everyone about yourself. I mean, I got your Twitter up here now. You're knee deep in the metaverse. You say you've been telling people about it since 2017. So I need to be schooled. You got to school Crypto Blood on this metaverse thing because I'm fairly new to that space. I've been buying property here and there, but I really need you to explain to me and my audience like how to leverage this, because it seems like you're doing a very good job at doing that.
Thank you. What's going on, everybody? Like I said, my name's Token Gamer. I like to go back to really like 2011 when I first saw Bitcoin, 30 cents. Wish I got in back then.
Woo!
I was in college, so like it wasn't feasible for me to go throw money at magical internet money, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
where did you see it? Like, how did you come across it in
I was
2011?
I was doing a homework assignment on like different investments. I went to school for business, so I was doing a homework assignment on different investments, and this had barely hit in like any I don't even think there was really any like markets for you to really go pick up Bitcoin like that at the time.
Mm-mm.
I think Mount Gox may have been like just starting. So it was just really, really early. I was just looking at different investments and came across Bitcoin, and I saw the potential, read the white paper, realized that like there's a lot that could be done with this in the future, but just didn't see it being something that was going to happen right then and there. So it kind of fell to my back burner. 2012 is when I found the Kickstarter for Oculus, and I wish I had the money to throw at it, but again, I was still in college. Student loan debts is no fun, so I kind of was just keeping my eye on it, hope that it would take off in the future. Kept making sure I knew what was going on with virtual reality and the way that it was going to grow. I want to say it was 2017 when I first got on Altspace, which is Microsoft's virtual reality platform. They bought it in 2017. The company had already been out. I checked it out before Microsoft bought it and was like, this is cool. I could see why people are really hyped about this VR stuff, socializing in a virtual space, kind of like AIM chat, back in the day, but now
Right.
being able to put a face to it and be able to
Mm-hmm.
virtually communicate with others, that has a capability of taking off in the future. But I guess I just didn't really see it back in early 2017 until after Microsoft bought them, and then the space started to grow. More and more people started to get onto it, and I saw VR chat as a competitor and all the different things you could do with that, and I started to realize, wait, there's a lot of potential for this, especially going to all of these crypto conferences I started going to. I was just like, yo, where's the crypto events at in virtual reality?
Right.
There was none. So I started them. Started doing I did my first crypto conference in probably 2019 in VR, blockchain gaming conference. I got into doing just regular events, did some podcasts in VR talking about crypto, just regularly trying to keep an audience engaged into the crypto space. Try to pull people that are into crypto into VR, try to pull people that are into VR into crypto, and kind of build that bridge in the middle
Right.
to bring everybody together virtually. And it's I will say it's been a tough battle. People just are
Mm.
stubborn and don't care to try new things. So
I'll have to
I
say
thought,
that I first like the whole AR VR piqued my interest. Maybe it was 17. I just remember Gary V just pushing it hard. VR, AR is going to be the next thing. AR is
hmm
going to be the next thing. And he's kind of like myself. Like I typically am able to like find trends before everyone else.
hmm
And I never really picked up on it, even though Gary V kept talking about it, kept talking about it. I just never got into it until like now. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say that, but like literally now is the time that crypto
still
blood is
early.
starting to enter. I know, I know. I said this to my man Mike Salvi I had on. He's a I don't know if you know Mike Salvi.
I know Mike Salvi. He's done
Okay.
VR comedy with me, man. He's
Yeah.
come to my
Okay.
metaverse and done VR shows. So yeah,
Oh,
man, it's
nice.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah, I had him on. I interviewed him a couple of days ago, and I was telling him, yeah, I just feel like I'm late. He's like, no, man, you're early. Don't worry about it. I was like, yeah, because I had that same feeling about buying Ethereum at $13.
Yup.
I thought I was late.
Now
I was
look
like,
at it.
yeah, exactly. So I agree with you on there on that tip as far as being still early. So I really want to talk to you, and I want you to kind of give some gems to my audience about how to leverage metaverse. Which metaverses are you interested in? I'll tell you, I'm just meandering around like I'm on Upland. Like I don't know if you're familiar with
Of
Upland at
course.
all. Okay, so kind of just give people your advice, professional advice. You're the pro here.
So I will say, continuing on with that, with the trend that I was laying out, going from 2017, that the market was really just a bunch of, because a lot of people think metaverse that has to be blockchain enabled. No, not necessarily.
Right.
Metaverse essentially is like anything. Now Facebook is even announcing that they want to
Yeah.
make their new metaverse platform, Facebook Horizons, mobile friendly, so that way you can access it from your phone. So pretty much
Hmm.
anything is going to be accessible in the metaverse, whether you're in a VR headset, your cell phone, a laptop, or desktop. You can still be able to access the metaverse as long as you can socialize with others, see a virtual face, if you will. That's the metaverse. Making it a
Hmm.
game, making it something that you can invest into, land. All of that is the extra stuff. It's more so the interaction and immersibility with others virtually.
Hmm.
So with that, there's a bunch of centralized platforms. I already mentioned Microsoft. I already mentioned Facebook. You got VR chat. There's a couple others, VTime, some others that I can name. You know that there's been some that's been out for years, like Second Life and all these other
Yeah,
platforms. That's been
I'm a Second Life player. Used to play that a lot. And you know, it's funny
same.
because Mike mentioned Second Life as well, and I'm like, bro, Second Life was whoever is running Second Life needs to be fired because they
Because they were
had no,
early.
they were early, bro. And the thing is, many people may not know this. Back when I got into crypto in 2013, that was one of the only, like, you could get Bitcoin from Mount Gox, and another place you can get it from was
The
through
Second
Linden
Life.
Bucks, Second Life.
Yep.
Yes, people don't realize it. So it's like they were right there. They had the market share to really leverage it and take it to the blockchain, but they didn't execute on it. And now look at like Decentraland and look at all these other, VR
hmm
metaverse companies. Man, it's crazy.
I kept saying during the ICO boom that Second Life should have rejuvenated, restarted their
Right.
brand right then and there.
Right.
Instead, they decided to go all in VR and created a VR platform called Sansar, which unfortunately just died. I checked out Sansar a couple of times. Also, one of those central metaverse platforms, I'd say that just Yeah, man, it's all about the way that you bring your community together. And,
Mm,
there are people that just like to build worlds and just put it out there, build shit, put it out there, and hope that people that check it out. But, that doesn't really keep people going. It doesn't, continuously bring people back. So over time, Sansar went from being, a nice little cool meetup to boring because there's not enough people on it, right? And the
mm,
metaverse is all about the people, not about the platform. So people could talk
gotcha.
about, whatever, Decentraland, Sandbox, Facebook's, Microsoft, doesn't matter what platform you're on. It's all about who's there, right? People are going to
Right,
be showing up to Facebook and to all of these different, people are on Twitter for the people that are on Twitter. People got on Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces earlier last year because of the people that are utilizing those platforms. So
right.
wherever the people that you want to connect with are in the metaverse, that's where people will be in the metaverse. So
So where do you think which metaverses do you think have because it's so early, we just established that. Which metaverses do you feel like people should be not giving financial advice, but like, are there metaverses that you think have a lot of potential? Is Sandbox one? I know Snoop Dogg is heavily involved with Sandbox. Which ones do you feel like have the best potential for people? And what I mean by potential, I mean like being able to purchase land and see that land appreciate in a substantial way. Because I think Decentraland is just too expensive for the average person.
I do agree with you there. And another thing that I want people to really pay attention to and understand is, people didn't use AIM forever, right? We're not,
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk to you on AIM no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other platforms are gonna come out. AIM was
Yes.
just one of the beginning. If people don't know what I'm talking about when I say AIM, look up AOL Instant Messenger. Just one of the first foundational, messaging platforms that a lot of people utilized in the 90s and early 2000s. And I think we're kind of at that same trend right now where you got a lot of people that are getting into the metaverse for the first time and think that it's end all be all Decentraland. I got to buy all as much land as I can and flip it because it's going to be worth a lot in the future. But
Mm.
that to me is like buying an AIM name and hoping that somebody's going to want to buy it off of you in 2021. Like, no, who really cares about getting on AIM anymore, right?
Right.
So I think the same thing is definitely a possibility for Decentraland and Sandbox. I think that it really comes down to the niche. You got a niche with like Minecraft, right? I
Mm-hmm.
checked out Minecraft way back in like '07 and was like, not for me. I'm a gamer. I want to play, AAA games. I'm playing my
Mm-hmm.
PS4, Xbox One
Mm-hmm.
at the time. Why would I want to go jump on something that has less graphical fidelity, right?
Right.
So Sandbox, I see it. It looks cool. It's a
Mm-hmm.
dope little thing for me to get into for an hour, go to an event, go check out something because my friends are there. Get out of there. You know what I mean? It's not something that I see myself getting into and wanting to. Oh, it's 1 o'clock on a Saturday. I think I'm gonna go jump into Sandbox. Like that's not something that I think most people that are 20s, 30s are ever going to say. Maybe you'll have some kids that want to go do that because they're bored and don't got anything else to do with their life. So they want to jump into the sandboxes, the Minecraft platforms, Uplift, all those type
Uplift.
of
Yep.
things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whereas like people that, I only got but so much time. I want something with high fidelity, high graphics. It looks great. It has a great immersive experience.
So you're
And,
bringing, and I think where I see where you're going. You're saying that eventually we will have a high fidelity metaverse, and that will ultimately be the one that everyone will lean toward and gravitate to.
absolutely.
Right.
I
Okay. So
I
I got you.
think
So here,
anything.
but here's my question though, Token Gamer. You, I mean, any of these platforms can always upgrade. So Decentraland
Hmm.
could have a Decentraland V2, V3 that is more high
Very true.
fidelity at some point down the road and continue to add value to the land plots that people have purchased. Is that a possibility?
Possibility, yes. Likability, I would give that right now the same possibility as ETH 2 coming out this year.
I hear that. I hear
You know
that.
what I mean? Like it's not impossible for us to switch to E2. It's just really freaking hard. Once you've developed something where everybody's used to it being a specific way, and then you try to change that, that's going to cause a lot of conflict. And with money and stuff like that, it's really hard to change it on the fly. It's easier to just start brand new than to try and convert all of the people from Decentraland 1 to DCL 2. So
Well, I mean, to
I'm
me,
not.
to me
Go ahead.
though, it's more like not even a conversion thing though. It's more of a UX UI thing. So if they just upgrade the front end, the user experience, the back end is the same. No.
I'm not a developer. I will admit
Okay.
that. I like
Okay.
to dibble and dabble in code, but I'm not the one that's building, Decentraland or the sandboxes of the world at the moment. For me, I'm more focused on where should I host events that people are going to attend. So whether
Mm.
it's in Decentraland, whether it's in Sandbox, whether it's in Altspace, whether it's in Facebook, I don't care what platform you're on, because to me, none of these platforms are going to be important in the next 5 to 10 years.
I got you. I got you. So where are
You
you
know what I mean?
buying? Where are you buying land right now? Or are you not? Are you just one of those people that go into these places and just experience it and immerse
Go to
yourself?
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely say I'm one of the people that immerse myself in the experience that the
Mm.
platforms that exist
So
today
you're
have
not
to
like a
offer.
speculative person in the metaverse space.
I am speculative when it comes more so to gaming. When it comes to the social platforms, I'm
Hmm.
all in on social platforms. I'm just not quick to jump down any of these rabbit holes as of yet. Like I said, I'm relating it to, spending all my money on the PS1 essentially, and then not having any
Right.
money when the PS2 comes out. Like, nah,
Right.
I'll wait. I know there's going to be a lot better stuff to come to the future. We already got platforms like Star Atlas, which looks beautiful. Check that out. There's Somnium Space, which another social platform, definitely a lot better than Decentraland in my opinion, but hasn't gravitated as much of an audience. It really comes down to where the people are at, and if the people are going to be on Decentraland, great. Thing is, Decentraland is not easily accessible to the masses. If I'm Joe Schmo and I'm just now learning about Decentraland, it's not. If I just got a regular computer, you probably can't even access Decentraland. If you don't got fast internet, you probably can't access Decentraland. So,
Mm.
I could see why Sandbox exists. Anybody could really just jump on Sandbox,
Hmm.
but you need to have a strong gaming computer to get on Decentraland. And, there's going to be other platforms that are going to be in the cloud, which are going to be easily accessible. And I'm just super excited for what's to come and trying to grow the community that wants to not just be dedicated to not be a maxi to Decentraland or a Sandbox Maxi. I'm looking for the people that are altcoiners and want to bounce around from platform to platform. Doesn't matter where we're at. It just matters on who's there and what we're doing on that platform. And my goal is to grow a 24/7, 365 community where we're bouncing from metaverse to metaverse all the time, and eventually
Now,
build a DAO where we create our own metaverse.
how do you keep that group together when you bounce across metaverses? Meaning, is
Telegram.
there Telegram? Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Join my Telegram, y'all. It's t.me/blockchain universe. Great way to just find out what event we're doing next, where we're going to be at, and we're always posting events in there. Working on a bunch of events coming up. Looking at doing a VR NFT concert. Looking at doing. I have another art gallery coming up around the corner. Going to be doing a poetry slam in VR. We got some more comedians. He was just talking about Mike Salvi. I got Or Mash coming into VR soon. We're gonna be doing a.
I'm interviewing her next
There
too.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's the whole squad. Got
that's
a
what's
whole bunch
up.
of events that we're gonna be doing across different platforms, and just
Well, you
trying
got to
to.
throw crypto blood in there because, like I said, I'm trying to get myself involved in this new space because I see this bigger than crypto. This is bigger than
Yeah,
crypto.
it
You know,
sure is.
this is bigger than crypto. So
I
I'm
feel
I'm
like
really
the
excited about it.
metaverse is going through its 2014 bull run. If
Gotcha.
anybody was paying attention to when Bitcoin made its first run to $100, that's where I feel like the metaverse is right now. First
Yeah.
time it's getting its shine on the news, where some people, I had known about Bitcoin for a few years by then, but now I'm sitting there like, oh snap, they're talking about it on CNN, they're talking about it on MSNBC, and then
Yeah,
it
they started
disappeared.
talking about Bitcoin on CNBC, which shocked me back in like 14.
That's
Yeah,
that's how I
14,
feel about the
15, but
metaverse right now.
14.
Like, I've been paying attention to it since 2012, 2017, but now it's on the news and it's something that people are talking about in 2021. What's going to happen when we have our 2017 bull run? I think in like 2022 to 2025. What's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen when, we have our 2021 bull run in maybe 27? It's just a matter of time till the metaverse as a whole really starts to create standards where people are coming together and operating in a specific way all across the internet, and it's going to intersect with everybody's life and everybody's platform. We're already seeing like Domino's Pizza getting metaverse land and making it so that way you can buy pizza from the metaverse and have it delivered to your house. You got
That's
stores
dope.
making it so you can go grocery shopping in VR and have like whatever the grocery shopping apps that are near you
So
deliver your groceries to you.
which metaverse is
The
Domino's placing?
Domino's, if I'm not mistaken, was Decentraland. I'd have to go pull that one back up again. But I remember
Okay.
seeing that article and was just like, that's pretty neat. And I
Yeah.
haven't tried it yet, but that's just stuff that I knew would be coming, where I can interact with a company from the metaverse and have that product delivered to my home and not need to leave my house, go to concerts. Why leave my house and go drive all the way to BFE just to go to a concert if I could stay at home, jump in, catch the musician that I want to see, and get out of there and go to the next event or do the next thing that I want to do.
Yeah, no, this is like I said, man. I'm really getting into it, and I'm loving it. And I hope that the audience is they're probably already ahead of me. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm gonna catch up, man. And I really appreciate you dropping a lot of knowledge with us in this whole metaverse thing. What are your thoughts about Upland? I've been buying land in Upland because I like the concept of buying parcels of land that exist in real life, and it's almost, I'm thinking of it as a play uh from a standpoint of, okay, I'm buying this land now. The user experience isn't developed fully in Upland. It's simply just buying real
Hmm.
estate, but it's
Yep, pretty
it's
much.
basically a hope that I'm betting on Upland really investing more into that concept and making it more immersive, more interactive, right? And so now that brings the value of that plot of land that I have up, maybe. What's your thought on like an Upland? That's one that I've gravitated to.
Yeah, and we started talking a little bit about AR. Upland is uh, mostly just a virtual platform, but like you said, connecting with IRL. I think that there's that mixed reality is what it's called, where
Okay.
you can be able to interact with the real world from the virtual world, and if you're in the real world, being able to see the virtual world without needing to put on a full heavy headset and be completely isolated from the real world, be able to use an AR headset and digitize the virtual world, overlaying it into your real world. That's an interesting play. I think it's going to be a lot of building blocks to connect, so it's gonna be a while. But I think that they're making the right moves, focused on augmented reality and building those virtual connections and immersion through the real world. Um, Utilizing your phone, and in the future, we'll have more augmented reality headsets. I think this is going to be the year that we get our, I guess you could say, Oculus of the augmented reality world. We'll see. I know that Facebook is working on their own augmented reality headset, and they've been making the Oculus Quest 2, which I'll whip out for you guys to see if nobody's seen it yet. This is I want to say the fifth virtual reality device that Facebook has released to the public now. Yeah, one of these things, has four
Mm.
cameras on the front, so really easy to track where you're at in VR. and be able to move around without needing cameras to watch you. But also, you can turn these cameras into basically like augmented reality, where I can see the real world overlaid into the virtual reality headset and have digital items over it. So there's been a bunch of augmented reality games that I've been checking out with that. They've also been really good with AI, so they have it now, so I can be able to do like finger tracking in VR and not need the controllers anymore. So I think that it's only a matter of time before Facebook releases a mixed reality headset where I can either or jump into a full 360 VR space or 180 augmented space where I'm bringing the virtual world into my physical world. I've always had this idea of having a conference in VR where people here, I'm in the Miami area. So like I would love to have a place where, Bitcoin 22 is coming up. I would love to have like a, let's say Bitcoin 2023 or 2024, where everybody at home has a VR headset or a
Mm.
computer or their phone and can jump in. But people that are here in Miami can be able to put on an augmented reality headset, walk around the conference, go to like a virtual room and see like speakers in the virtual world, but then go to the real world rooms and see a speaker there and see virtual avatars that are watching and cheering, and go to side rooms to have like little mini conversations and networking across realities. That's where I think we're
Mm.
heading. It's just a matter of time. Everybody's going to use the metaverse in unique ways, and it's just a matter of time before you get in it. I find it to be just like the internet. I tell everybody that the same way how the internet basically got adapted to every industry is the same way the metaverse is going to adapt to every industry.
I was watching one of your episodes, and you're interviewing someone, Mostradamus, I think is his name. How I see how like you have like your arms move around and stuff. Now, how do you have it where you track your arms and everything like that?
With the controllers in VR, the as I'm moving my hands with the controllers, that moves my hands and the virtual character, and you could be able to do a lot. I mean, I honestly could even just jump right into VR right now and show you guys on the screen what it looks like. But yeah,
That'd be
it's pretty
dope.
simple. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Show
Yeah,
you
let's
guys
do
my
that.
VR avatar.
Hmm.
I'll switch over and show you guys what it looks like when you jump onto something like Altspace,
Okay.
and I will jump into one of my worlds. So transition, bam. All right, so this is Altspace. This is where I go to host events. I will usually start in Altspace, and then
Hmm.
if we want to go to another platform like Decentraland, I'll have pictures up in the world for people to be able to go to Decentraland if they know how to, and they could come join us. We'll go to a specific plot and we'll hang out in that plot. And anybody that can't access Decentraland can be able to stay here in Altspace, and we'll live stream it so that they can see, what's happening in Decentraland without having to go to Decentraland.
Nice.
You can build your own platform. So this is one of the things that like I look at, all of the plots of land that's like, yeah, I could go and own plots of land in Decentraland, but I could also come to like Facebook's platform, Microsoft's platform, or VR chat and be able to build something for free. Now, what's the difference? Yeah, if I own my land, that means that like, it's mine. Chances are it won't disappear, maybe, unless like Decentraland shuts down, which I'm still curious about that. If Decentraland shuts down, what happens to my plot of land that I spent money on? Can I take that with me somewhere else? That
Yeah,
to me is what.
it's on the blockchain, right? It's in your wallet, so you technically should still be able to access it.
But what's in your wallet really is just like a 2D picture of your plot of land, not necessarily the entire code for that plot of land. So I feel like that question's really up in the air for right now. I
Mm,
don't I don't know if you can access it. And if the servers are down, you can't see that. So
mm,
I'm not certain about that answer. I want to know more about it.
mm-hmm.
That grabs my interest. I love the idea of having different tokens and stuff that
It's almost
go
like
across.
Uniswap, right?
Yeah,
Uniswap, if they went away tomorrow, you could technically still access all of the functionality because it's in a smart contract. You would just have to build a new front
absolutely.
end. You would have to build a whole new front end to interact with that back end aspect. So I'm
Absolutely.
thinking that's how your Decentraland is set up. But yeah, tell us about this whole space here.
So this is a plot that I built in Altspace. You can build it on Unity, insert assets from all across, different things like Blender. I use Blender to make this Bitcoin that's spinning right here, and the
Mm.
names that are up on the walls, and you can import that. That's one of the
So
things
did
that kind of
did this cost you?
no, this is all free. This was just all time that I spent just I've traveled across the platform, and I see that there's a lot of worlds that I could build and put in a lot of detail and high, effort, but every time I try to go to one of these high-end worlds, it's like the world takes forever to load. And to me, it's like, yo, if it takes me more than 4 minutes to load the
Mm.
the world for your event, I'm probably gonna quit and not go to your event and go somewhere else, right? So why put in all that time building this high-end world, and most people are gonna quit before they even get to it? You know what I mean? So I wanted to make it as simple as possible. I just wanted 4 rooms with 4 walls each, where I could just
Mm-hmm.
be able to get in, put up pictures on the wall, put NFTs up on the wall if I want, and
Mm-hmm.
we can have 4 events going on simultaneously, have a comedian in one room, artist in another room, gamer in another room, and let's say we wanted Crypto Blood doing an interview up in the expo room. Like, there could be different things going on, and the audience could just bounce from room to room, participating
Gotcha.
in what they want to participate in, right? That was the thought that got my interest, and just getting content creators. If you're a content creator and you got some content that you want to share with the crypto community in the metaverse, this is a place that you can come to. It's not too hard to just jump in here and start hosting an event. And I'm looking for more content creators that want to help fulfill that 24/7 vision that I have, of just a crypto community that can get together. And you can post your NFTs up on the wall, and people will buy those NFTs. Teach them how to get into this space. So that's what I've been building. I'm gonna jump in with my headset. There was an update, so I just finished it. I'm gonna jump in and show you guys what it looks like, and you'll see
Nice.
my VR avatar. I am in, and let's go to 348. And that is my world code, and I could just put that in. Bam, jump right into that world. Takes less than 30 seconds to load my world. I'm in,
Mm.
and now you can see my virtual character.
Oh, nice.
These are my hands. I'll switch so you can see
How do
what
you
it
zoom
looks
in a
like.
little bit?
Oh, I could just
Oh,
move
you
up
gotta
to the
walk up.
camera.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
that's
could do
dope.
that. I can use my computer to move around as well. I will transition and show you guys what it looks like.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm one of those weirdos that at home just playing around in VR all day.
Oh man, 10 pound, where you at, bro?
Oh yeah, I met him in VR. No, I think we met at Philly for some conference in Philly we met up
Okay,
at, and we got together in VR ever since, and
that's
always
dope.
connecting.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, man, I definitely want to just thank you for coming on and blessing us with a lot of information regarding the metaverse and your take on it. Let people know where they can find you.
Follow me on Twitter, JRome128. Instagram, also JRome128. Pretty much everywhere else, I'm Token Gamer. Always trying to connect with people in the space that want to know more about the metaverse and get into this space early before it takes off and integrates with everything. So come find me. Let's talk. If you're a content creator, let's build content and let's change the metaverse.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'll definitely have his information in the description of this video. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna have him back on in a few months and just get an update and see how things are coming along, man. This metaverse stuff is crazy.
Gotta build your metaverse character and come join me in the metaverse as well, brother.
I do. That's what I plan on doing. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And that's another Kick in the Session with Crypto Blood. We out of here. Holla! If you want to see more videos and interviews like this from influential people in tech, finance, and sports, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell to be alerted. And go a step further and join the YouTube membership area for early releases of videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla!